Hello everybody and welcome to Sheboygan A's Baseball at Wildwood Park. My name is Mike Barton and along with Jordan Lawrence, we will be bringing you today's first game of the Wisconsin State League Challenge versus the Kenosha Kings. Kenosha is managed by Kyle Stone. Sheboygan is coached by Tim Moyer. Our starting pitchers today, there you see him warming up, Eric Schmitz, he's a dandy. And for Kenosha, they'll be starting Thomas Coffey. Lineups for today. For Kenosha, Danny Hahn will be leading off and playing shortstop. He's number 8. Batting second and playing third base, number 12, Drew Cannett. Batting third and playing second base, number 22, Riley Hughes. Batting fourth, the center fielder, Tony Newman. Tony is number 2. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Kyle Kutzler. Kutzler is number 30. Batting sixth and catching, Mickey Scherer. Mickey wears number 4. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 19, Ben Masaglia. Batting eighth and DHing, number 15, Tony Ortiz. And batting ninth and playing right field, number 3, Tyler Newman. For Sheboygan defensively, doing the catching will be Justin Schnell. Of course, we mentioned Eric Schmitz doing the pitching. Over at first base, we have Harry Stelt. At second base, making appearance for the A's after being in college, playing in the college playoffs, is Joey Pettit. Pettit at second. Jacob Neese is at third, and playing shortstop is Riley Palmquist. Around the outfield, we have Brady Zachariason in left, Gus Walker in center, and Ross Crist in right. DHing for the A's is Jimmy Jurgensen. Batting leadoff, Danny Hahn. Hahn hits that first pitch right out to Palmquist. He drops it and no throw. That'll go as an error. No Butterburger for Sheboygan A's errors. Beautiful day here at the ballpark. Little on the cloudy side, but the temperature is nice. Weather report, we have 66 degrees, cloudy skies, and the wind is blowing out towards center. Another first pitch hit right to shortstop, over to second for 1, relay to first. In time, 6-4-3 double play.
Act like the first at-bat never happened, and you wipe your hands clean. Just like that, 2 outs in the inning, and the A's are all set to go.
Pitcher's best friend, Jordan, double play.
Oh, it's good to see Palmquist didn't let it get in his head either. He was able to make the adjustment, and boom, just like that, got the double play.
Third hitter is Riley Hughes. Riley over at second base. Riley takes that first pitch for a strike.
Went same spot and got it again on the inside corner, now down 0-2.
Kenosha comes in 2-4 in the state league. Sheboygan 1-5. Very slow start to the season. Slow roller, barehand pickup by Neese, but not in time. Will go as an infield single.
A's had a real rough weekend last weekend at Burlington. They lost 6-2 and 4-0, and then they played West Allis, losing 10-0 and 13-5. So it was a very tough trip the past weekend for the A's. They were supposed to have a ton of games this week, but 3 times games ended up getting canceled due to Mother Nature.
They'd have a rain out, move it to the next night. That'd get rained out.
Yeah.
Then they'd have to play at a different park the next night, and that got rained out, and they tried to move that, and that also had to be canceled.
They did end up getting to play Thursday, an 11-8 win over Kewaskum, so back on the winning ways are the A's.
Yeah, we sent them off on a win, didn't we? And then
We
they
did.
Went off and lost 5 straight games.
Going 1-4 in the state, or 1-5, I should say, in the state league. Now they've lost 4 in a row there. It's certainly not great, but that's what this weekend is for. The Wisconsin State League Challenge. You try and pad your record a little bit and move back up in the standings.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. After a half inning of play, Kenosha goes down without scoring, and Sheboygan coming up.
We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Let's go through the lineup for Sheboygan. Leading off is the center fielder, number 15, Gus Walker. Batting second and playing right field, number 31, Ross Crist. Batting third, playing first base, number 19, Harry Stelt. Batting fourth, playing left field, number 3, Brady Zach Risen. Batting fifth will be the third baseman, number 17, Jacob Neese. Batting sixth is the shortstop, number 23, Riley Palmquist. Batting seventh and catching, number 28, Justin Schnell. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 32, Jimmy Jurgensen. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 25, Joey Pettit. Defensively for Kenosha, they have Kunstler at first, Hughes at second, Knet at third, and Hahn at short. In the outfield, pay attention, this will get tricky. Fly ball out to shortstop, and Hahn making the catch. In the outfield, we have Maskelyne in left. Here's where you got to pay attention.
I'm ready.
Tony Newman in center and Tyler Newman in right.
Got to get him right.
Yeah. Ross Crist stepping in, take his turn at bat. Ross is currently hitting .333.
Had a 3-hit game this past Thursday night at Kewaskum.
Pitch is fouled straight back. On the hill is Thomas Coffey for Kenosha. Our umpires today behind home plate, Paul Vandenhevel, and on the bases, Al Hochmuth. Those gentlemen will do game 2, and they will flip-flop. I'm not sure. I don't think they're going to do games 3 and 4.
Never say never.
I was going to say that's almost like umpire abuse.
That is pretty bad.
Went off the mask of the catcher.
We were just talking in the break, all the games have a nice 3-hour, or basically a 1-hour gap in between games. You likely assume these will all be 2 hours apiece. So we've got games at 11, 2, 5, and 8 scheduled for here today. Those are all at Wildwood Park. There's also 3 games at the Field of Dreams happening today, not far from here.
Yeah, and they can't go later than that 5 o'clock time because of the no lights over there. Maskelyne over to make a nice running catch in left field, and Crist is done. That brings up Harry Stelt. We were talking about the games today. 3 games over at the Field of Dreams. On Sunday, an interesting situation. We have 2 games here at Wildwood, 12 and 3, and 2 games over at the Field of Dreams, same time frame. But there's also another game, Burlington against Kenosha. But that game is going to be played in Kenosha, and it's a doubleheader. And that's all part of this Wisconsin State League Challenge. So interesting setup. They've been doing this for years, and it seems to work out. If it wasn't, they wouldn't keep doing it. And nice opportunity for Sheboygan to highlight their field and get the community hopefully out to see some good baseball.
We'll be off for the second game. It's Kenosha and Green Bay, but we'll be right back here 5
Live
o'clock.
stream's on though, right?
Live stream will be on, yes.
They won't have the pleasure of listening to our golden voices.
No, we'd have no voice for tomorrow if we had to do 4 games today.
Fastball called a strike, low in the zone. Harry
Sheboygan
sitting with a 3-1 count. 2 outs, nobody on. As I look out at the flag at center field, Jordan, there's absolutely no wind now.
It's pretty dead.
When I was giving the weather report, it was blowing out a little bit.
Real little movement on it, but not a whole lot like we've seen. This is probably the quietest the wind has been all season here at Wildwood Park.
Had a lot of games where it was blowing out to left, and the ball was sailing that way too.
That ball just missed high. Great eye for Harry Stelt. He's coming off a game with 2 hits and 2 walks on Thursday, and that'll bring up Zach Risen with 1 on and 2 outs.
Brady is the Northwoods chemical cleanup hitter. Normally in this spot would be Jacob Neese. He's dropped down to number 5 in the order.
Pettit coming into the lineup had a few changes, I would assume.
We didn't mention about Harry while he was at bat, but he's leading the club in hitting at 484. Pop up on the infield. And that ends the inning after 1 full complete inning, no score.
Pickup you can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
The great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Back at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start second inning action. We mentioned Tim Moyer's the manager for Sheboygan. He's assisted by Ken Neese. That's Jacob's dad. Kyle Stone, the longtime manager for Kenosha. Kenosha Kings, not to be confused with the Kingfishers, who are part of the Northwoods League. Hard ground up all out to Pettit. He makes the easy play over to first. Pettit plays his college ball for UW Whitewater. Was involved in their playoffs till recently. Pettit normally played shortstop last year. For this game, he moved over to second. Palmquist has really played an outstanding shortstop, Jordan.
Besides the error in the first inning, which we'll disregard.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Got the double play made up for it.
Well, we're all working on perfect games so far up here in the press box.
I lost mine at about 9:30, actually, yeah. Yeah, I turned off the power strip. All of a sudden,
oh, no, everything went dead.
All of a sudden, there was no music in the ballpark.
Thank goodness it was early.
It's true.
Breaking ball by Schmitz hangs up inside. Evens the count at 2-2. Bill Wagner doing the field announcing. CJ running the announcements and play songs, walk-up music, that type of thing. And then Jordan and Mike are, that's us. We're doing the live play-by-play. Denise sitting in the background looking at our heads, make sure the back of our hair is combed nicely.
There's a sea about 5 kids running for the foul balls today, so we know we got those covered.
Right.
They just got them back to back.
Got to get that $1 coupon at the concession stand.
You get 2 of those, you get some candy for free, basically.
Breaking ball again is fouled off. Mickey Shearer, the catcher for Kenosha, hanging tough.
Not a whole lot of contact so far in this game. We're just seeing kind of weak ground balls, little pop-ups in field. Haven't seen much.
No.
Back out in the field. That ball not carrying well so far.
I don't think these guys are used to playing this early in the morning.
That is very true.
A lot of baseball this weekend. Hopefully you guys can make it out and watch some of it. If not, follow us on live stream. Sheboygan plays again at 5 o'clock today, and then they have a 3 o'clock game on Sunday, Sunday, that'll be against... Who's that against?
Lombard.
Strikeout
looking. Here sends him packing.
Masagli up. He's playing in left field. Made a nice catch in the first inning. It was nice for Eric in that first inning to get those batters doing the first pitch swings. After 2 swings, we had 2 outs.
He's got a 3-0 record.
Stuck in there.
Yes, even with it, he's got a 3-0 record that year, just north of 3. One of the lower ones you'll find on this A squad.
Line drive out to right, drops in for a hit.
Second base hit of the game for Kenosha. The last time they also had a single with 2 outs before it was quickly put away. And the A's got to work in the bottom half.
Even though Masagli got that hit to right, it wasn't stung real hard. It
just
kind of floated out there. Tony Ortiz is up next.
Both teams with their designated hitter in the 8 spot.
Yeah, there's another interesting fact about the lineups. Jimmy's been struggling a little bit. That's why he's dropped down. But you like to have his power in the lineup. Schmidt's breaking pitches in there.
Getting those inside strike calls all day long.
Pitch on the outside corner. Schmidt working inside, outside, up and down. Looks like he has good control. And a swing and a miss by Ortiz ends the inning. No score as we enter the bottom of the second.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
During Game 2, we're going to bring back a feature we did a couple of seasons ago. We're going to do a restaurant review. It's a restaurant my wife and I attended about 2 weeks ago now. I did mention it to the interns, threw it out there. We may get some restaurant reviews from them. That's to be determined.
Yeah, I ate at the concession stand the other game. Is that a restaurant?
That doesn't count. The food at our concession stand is all good all the time.
That double barat. The pretzel bites. There's some good stuff down there.
Pretzel bites are really good.
With that spicy cheese.
Jacob Neese, we gotta talk to Jacob Jordan about changing this walk-up song.
You're not a fan at all.
Not at all. No, what did the Angels do?
Yeah. It worked because they won the other night.
Nickelback, I'm not familiar with.
Really? Yeah.
Okay, Nickelback is a band that you either love or hate. There's no in between. I think a good penalty for Los Angeles players would have been they all got to have the same walk-up song, and it's "I'm a Loser" by the Beatles.
Maybe a little too harsh.
Hey, but it's by the Beatles.
It's by the Beatles. Yeah, he does. Like he knows who Nickelback is.
Well, they've had a lot of injuries. I think Trout has been out for a while. Shohei was out for a time.
Manager's gone.
Yeah. Madden.
There's a walk.
Jacob draws a walk, a leadoff walk. Good start for Sheboygan in the bottom of the second. Riley Palmquist is up next. Palmquist steps in, hitting .298. Does have a couple of doubles.
As you can see, the wind's starting to pick up a little bit out into left field.
Yeah, right.
Maybe some carry on that ball.
Riley takes that pitch from Coffey up high.
He wanted it, but was able to hold off. Takes ball one. 4 of the last 5 pitches have been balls.
Coffey steps back and tosses over to first. Just trying to let Jacob know that he's aware of him. This is the first head-to-head meeting between these clubs this year. If memory serves me correct, Mickey Shear, the Kenosha catcher's got a pretty good arm. Jacob not a big base-stealing threat.
Check it down to him, but he's safe. These two teams will finish their WSL games on the 18th and 19th. That'll be at Kenosha on the 18th, and then right here at home on the 19th. So a split doubleheader coming up pretty soon.
Palmquist follows that pitch back. Looked like it might have been up in the strike. I don't know if it would have been a strike. It was up for sure. Checked Jacob's record. He's 1-1 in base stealing attempts this season. Another pitch fouled back. Looking on last season's record, see what Jacob was 3-0 stealing bases last season.
Checking them down once again. They're a little worried about that runner over at first.
Yeah, maybe they know something we don't, or I don't.
They did their scouting. It's like when the Rippers were playing or putting a shift on Harry Stelt.
Yeah, right.
Just barely gets a hack on that one. Another foul ball. That was a hit and run.
Too.
Yep.
The old hit and run. Or is it run and hit?
Hit and run. Technically, it's run and hit if you want to get technical. But hit and run sounds a lot better.
It's got a little better flow to it. Jacob taking a nice lead over at first.
Once again. Do they know we got to get 4 games in today? I mean,
yeah, really. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Palmquist. Good stop by Shearer.
Once again, right after he catches it, thinks about throwing down over to first. Full count, no outs here in the bottom half of inning number 2.
Coffey walked the first batter, Jacob Neese.
He's running.
Pitch is fouled and out of play. Kunstler thought he might have a play, ran all the way over to the railing by the first base dugout, but the ball did fall into the bullpen area.
Some of the A's were screaming back. They didn't know if Neese knew it was out of play or not. They just wanted to make sure that could have been a dangerous little double play.
Full count. See if Jacob's on the go again.
He is indeed, and it is ball 4. Bounces in there. First and second, no one out here. So that'll bring up the A's catcher, Justin Schnell. And they're going to have a little bit of a conversation between Shore and Coffey. Just trying to get on the same page.
Schnell has played in 10 games on the young season. He's hitting .313. He's have a double. Justin is pretty much taken over that full-time catcher's role.
We didn't know if it'd be a little bit of a competition or not earlier in the year, but it's mostly been Schnell. Throughout these games so far, he's got a chance to impress at the plate.
A lot depends on who shows up or who's able to be at the game
and who caught the last game and kind of just how it all goes together.
Yes, the one thing nice for Justin if they want him to stay behind home plate is he will have a break between this game and the 5 o'clock game. First pitch was a strike.
As is the second.
Number 2.
Wow.
No balls, 2 strikes. Sheboygan has runners on first and second.
Still no hits for the A's in the ball game.
Yeah, you wonder what could happen if Justin could lay down a bunt down the third base side.
Now down 0-2 in the count, though. Pretty risky.
Oh, yeah. Balls fall down the first base side in foul territory.
A little bit early on that one. He watched 2 good pitches go by at the start of the at-bat, and now he's fighting for his life.
Pitch rides up high. And he's taking a nice lead at second. Hahn not doing a whole lot to check his lead. Palmquist is not being held.
We've seen the A's do a double steal already this year. Not out of the question, but with no outs, doesn't seem likely.
Pitch is right there for strike 3. Nice breaking pitch by Coffey, and Schnell takes it. That brings up Jimmy Jurgensen.
As you said, he got moved down in that lineup. He was sitting pretty high earlier on, but now he's down at the 8th spot, and maybe it's just one of those things where Moyer's trying to make some adjustments, see if he can get guys on base.
He's not at the Mendoza line.
No.
We talked about that a few games ago. And Jimmy takes that first pitch for a strike. Here comes Grandpa. Hudson heard that.
What? He's watching a lot of good pitches go by
Yeah,
as now it's Jurgensen falling behind 0-2.
Jeez. Come on, Jimmy. Bouncing ball down the first base side. Nice play by Kunstler.
No
Thought
play.
about throwing to second, but did the right thing. Got the sure out at first. There's now 2 outs for Sheboygan. Runners on second and third. Joey Pettit up.
Still.
Joey is 2 plate appearances. He's 0 for 1 on the season with a walk and a strikeout. But Joey's gotten a lot of playing time at Whitewater, so he's in shape, ready to play.
Ooh,
First
just
pitch
missed.
is just inside. Mickey Shear even turns back to ask Vanden Heuvel about that.
Pettit was the Rookie of the Year for this squad last year at 274.
Falls that pitch back. Another A's batter trying to get it done.
Pettit also pitched in 13 games.
Pardon me, Schnell and Jurgensen were not able to get it done. Hopefully Joey can get a single drive in too.
Falls behind 1-2.
Yeah, third straight hitter for Sheboygan now that's fallen behind on the count. Coffey's done a good job coming back from those 2 walks to start the inning.
He's been attacking the zone as here's a big pitch, nearly hit him, but it rides inside.
Gus Walker waiting on deck. Boy, would he love to get up with the bases loaded.
Or they could be empty, you never know. Could be 1 runner on.
Line drive to the gap in left center field. It's down. It's going to go all the way to the wall. That'll easily get the 2 runners home. And Pettit's going to pull up at second with a stand-up double.
It's a beautiful arm in center field by Newman, but at the end of the day wasn't enough to stop a run. A 2 RBI shot for Pettit. And just like that, the A's first hit of the game puts him up 2-0.
And that'll bring up Gus Walker with a runner in scoring position. Walker came into today's game hitting .378. That's down a little bit, but we talked about him extensively in that series against the Chicago Rippers. Batting in the 9th spot, he was unstoppable, and then they moved him up to the leadoff spot, and not quite as successful, but in the end, still have a great batting average. Another pitch inside.
Pettit had 16 RBIs last year. Gets his first 2 of the season following that beautiful double. As the wind continues to blow out left now, a lot steadier than earlier on, and that ball's in the dirt.
Why is it blowing out to left when we got right-handed batters up, and it's not blowing when we have right-handed batters up?
The questions
Answer
we
me
don't
that.
have an answer to.
Well, 2 balls and 1 strike. Hard ground ball to first. Kunstler has it. Throws it to Coffey covering for the out. But after 2 complete, it's now Sheboygan 2, Kenosha nothing.
Personal hand sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year,
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Eric Schmidt's getting ready to start the third inning. Sheboygan with a big hit. 2-run double by Joey Pettit from his 9th spot in the order.
That 9th spot's a lot of success this year for the A's.
Yeah, exactly.
It has been their friend.
Here we thought it only had one name, Gus Walker, but it also has Joey Pettit in there.
Might not be the name. It might be more about the 9 spot instead. Put anyone down there.
Pay attention now, fans. Coming up to bat is Tyler Newman. Not to be confused with Tony Newman. Tyler batting in the 9th spot, playing in right field, takes Schmidt's first pitch for a strike.
And of course, one of them is number 2, one of them is number 3. They only play one position apart. I mean,
does that mean one was born before the other?
Maybe 1 minute before.
Right
diving,
down the line,
couldn't
it's
get
in
it.
there for a base hit. Hustling over and making the strong throw in is Zach Risen to hold Newman to a single. That was a nice hit. Neese laying out for it, but his glove just couldn't reach it.
Neese has had some tough breaks over at third base so far this year. So that's the 3rd hit of the game for Kenosha, and yet another leadoff batter on.
That brings up Danny Hahn, the shortstop. Hahn reached on an error. Was swinging at the first pitch. Let's see what he does this at bat. Takes that pitch outside for a ball. Newman over at first, not taking much of a lead. Schmidt has demonstrated really good control over his career. Swing and a miss there. Eric so far this year has walked 2 batters in 11 1/3 innings. That's a pretty good ratio.
He's got a career 2.05 ERA, and this is his 10th year with the squad.
We are looking at a future A's Hall of Famer.
Last season was 221, then the season before, the shortened 2020 season, still 7 games started with a 1.47. I mean, phenomenal
There's
stuff.
A drive out to left. Zach Risen. Walker's got a beat on it in center and makes the grab. It's a long out.
Schmitz with a 468 to 78 strikeout to base on balls ratio, so if that says anything about him.
Yeah, really.
Has never given up more than 16 earned runs in a year.
Knet drives that first ball foul. I think it made its way out on the New Jersey Avenue.
Career record 37-11. So you add the 3 wins from this year, and it's his 40th career win with the A's.
Good stop there by Schnell on a pitch in the dirt. Evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah. Just 11.
CJ just saying that in those 11 losses that Eric has, his ERA is well under 3, under 2.5. Pop up on the infield. Palmquist makes the call and the catch. 2 outs. Riley Hughes up. Hughes singled his last time up, hit that little dribbler down the third base line. That Neese came in and barehanded, but throw was way late.
Another crazy stat about Schmitz, he's started 65 games. He has 20 complete games of those 65.
That's all?
Yeah, expect a little higher, 40, 50.
Schmitty has played his ball, I believe, at Marion.
Whitewater.
Whitewater.
Whitewater,
from
yeah.
Fond du Lac. Palmquist on the short hop. Makes the easy flip over to Stelt, and that's the end of the third inning. Sheboygan still up 2-0.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great.
I'm glad you showed up.
In my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my heart.
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I
Get down! Get down!
There you are. You always have
My back! My back! I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things.
Yes, things.
Are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Our interns this year are Jordan Lawrence, Annalise McMillan, Nia Zhang, and Connor DeWitt. The A's several years ago started their intern program. It's really been a good thing for the club and for all the students involved, and we appreciate their help. They're indispensable in what gets done here at the ballpark. Also allows me to get home early.
Yeah, it does, that's for sure. And it allows me
Bill
to correct your
me.
mistakes.
Leading off the third inning for Sheboygan is Ross Crist. Ross, long-time Sheboygan A, in about his fourth or fifth season. No balls and 2 strikes. Coffee getting ahead. Got behind to the first 2 hitters in the last half inning. Since that time, he was able to work ahead and pitch up on the inside corner for a called strike 3. Coffee painted the corner that time.
I looked, this is his 5th season here with the A's, so.
Harry Stelt is up. He walked in the first inning. Harry has 8 walks now on the season and has only struck out 4 times.
He's on pace for another walk.
Yeah, Coffee not giving him much to hit. I think the only pitch he gave him the hit was on a 3-0 count that Harry let go. That pitch on the outside corner for a strike. We'll be back for Sheboygan's 5 o'clock game. They play Addison.
Oh.
Jordan thought that was a strike.
That's why I'm up here.
Hey, that's all right. Nothing wrong with thinking. Harry fouls that one back. Outselling 50-50 tickets. If you're close to the ballpark, why don't you come on over and get your 50-50 ticket? Maybe you could win some money.
Spend $1, win 200 for all you know.
Exactly. 3-2 pitches up high. Harry draws his second walk of the ball game. And that's going to bring up the Northwoods Chemical cleanup hitter, Brady Zachrison. Brady has 2 stolen bases on the season, leads the ball club with 6 doubles, and also leads the club in triples with 1. He's got the only one.
Got the only one. There's our trivia question for you. Who has the only triple in the A's? Now we know.
That takes me back to my early playing days with the A's. We used to have a home run leader that would hit 1 home run a season. And I remember one season for sure, Denny Moyer led the club in homers. He had 1.
He had the 1?
Yeah. Oh, great running catch by Hughes to retire Zach Grisson. Times are different now, Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Now you get 1 a game.
Jacob Neese is up next. Jacob walked and scored back in the 2nd inning. Swinging at that first pitch and fouling it straight back was Jacob. Jacob hitting .283.
Ooh.
Pitch is high and tight. Jacob, along with Harry Stelt, lead the club in home runs with 3 each.
Harry had 2 of home runs last weekend in that 4-game skid for the squad as there's a little grounder. Surely he'll end the 3rd inning.
Taken by Hahn, and he just steps on second for the force out. And after 3, it's still Sheboygan 2, Kenosha nothing.
More than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only 1 flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Schmidt's just finishing up his warm-up throws to start the 4th inning. Sheboygan on top 2-0. Tony Newman, the center fielder, will be up. Annalise McMillan awarding the dance contest their prize. First pitch is ball. We're in the top of the 4th. There's 3 games going on at the Field of Dreams as I speak. 1 going on now, and then 2 after that. It'll be 3 games today. 4 games will happen here at Wildwood Park.
Seems like the rain's going to be holding off. If anything, it's going to
has
affect
to.
that last game.
It's got to hold off. We got the State League Challenge this weekend.
Wasn't looking good a few days ago.
Ooh, that's for sure. As I looked at my phone's weather report, there's very little chance of rain tomorrow. And Jordan mentioned it earlier, the largest chance of rain would be later on today. Drive out to center field, and Gus Walker makes a nice running catch into right center field to retire Tony Newman.
As I look at my phone now, says a 60% chance of rain at noon and a 100% chance at 1. I don't know where that came from.
Oh.
But then potentially rain
Couldn't that
from...
be down by Milwaukee or maybe up in Manitowoc?
I don't know.
Is that Sheboygan?
It's Sheboygan.
Oh, gosh.
And then it shows steady rain from like 5 until 3 a.m.
Ay, ay, ay. Pitch is inside. Maybe the next half inning we'll have our trivia contest for this game. No trivia contest for game 2. We're having the restaurant review instead.
Priorities.
Well, we want to slip some things in, keep it interesting. Keep the people coming back.
Ooh, that
line
was
drive
smoked.
right up the middle. Base hit. Kutzler with the nice hit. And, or like CJ says on the audio enhancements, big deal. That brings up the catcher, Mickey Shearer. Mickey was called out on strikes his first at bat. We have one out. We're in the top of the 4th.
Basically no lead over at first base.
We like that.
He's barely a step off the bag.
Kutzler showed pretty good mobility in making a couple of those plays over at first base. It's surprising he doesn't take a little bit bigger lead. There's a line drive base hit out in the left field. Kenosha getting their hits. That's their 5th one of the ball game.
All that matters, though, is that the A's up 2-0, even though they only have 1 hit. I mean, that's just how it is sometimes.
Yes.
You could have...
Just before we came back from the commercial break, Jordan and I were talking, and I said, boy, I'd like us to get at least another run or two. You never know when something stupid could happen.
All it takes right here, 1 hit of the ball, and it's a 3-2 game.
Shh. Shh, don't be so noisy. Breaking pitch is in for a strike. Soglia up. He singled his first time up. Kenosha has 5 different players in their lineup with a base hit. Schmitty, good throw to second, is in time for the out, but the relay throw is not. Soglia reaches on a fielder's choice, and now there's runners on the corners, but there are 2 outs. It's an important play by Schmitty.
Lead runner still at third base, not a big part of this situation, but however, he did get 1 out. He didn't have to force it to second. It was a nice easy throw, got that one, and then, oh well, he couldn't get the double play. Now you just worry about getting the next out. You got to force it second or first if you want it.
What I was thinking is it does keep the tying run out of scoring position. You know, he could have easily have gone to first base and gotten the out, but that would have left runners on second and third. A base hit scores 2, and it's tied. This way, keep that tying run over at first base. Flag is gently breezing out towards left field again. And of course, Kenosha would have a right-handed batter up.
He is down 0-2 in the count. Tony Ortiz, the DH, looking to do what he's put in the lineup to do. Let's drive in a run.
Schnell missed that pitch right off his glove. It's going to be a pass ball.
There, you said something stupid will happen, and right there, just a breaking ball outside. Schnell unable to get a hold of it, and Kings are on the board.
Yeah, 2-1 now. Sheboygan still on top. The count to Ortiz is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tying run is on second. Because of, there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. I was going to say because of the pass ball, the run is unearned. But after 3.5, Sheboygan on top now, 2-1.
You can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family-owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community, and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Finishing his warm-up throws. Sheboygan will be trying to get some insurance runs. They're only up 1 now. Be Riley Palmquist, Justin Schnell, and Jimmy Jurgensen, the 3 scheduled hitters for Sheboygan. All righty, our trivia question for this ball game. Who was the first A's manager back in 1963? They're all thinking here in the press box.
It wasn't
Annalise
me.
is sitting back there saying, who cares? And Nia, he's just back there. That's so you can hear me. Pop up to Hahn. The catch is made and there's 1 out. Okay, so you want me to repeat the question? I will. Who was the first A's manager back in 1963? Bill? Nope. That's a good guess. We have Bill Wagner saying, well, it wasn't Chuck Zeikert, so he hasn't given us an answer yet.
Says he
CJ
doesn't
said
know.
Del Oldschmidt. Swing and a miss by Schnell. Makes the count no balls and 2 strikes. Come on, I thought you were born here. Oh, okay.
I wasn't alive at the time, if it makes you feel better.
When I was living on 10th Street, Bill was my backdoor neighbor, sort of.
Yeah.
My backdoor neighbor, a yard removed, maybe?
Ooh.
There's a drive out in the right field.
Just missed it.
But Newman is there, Tyler Newman, to make the catch.
Got to specify.
Yeah, exactly. All righty. Our answer for the trivia. Who was the first A's manager? That was Del Oldschmidt. CJ gets it right.
He's done his homework.
That brings up Jimmy Jurgensen.
Oh, what a
With
swing.
a mighty cut and a miss. Jimmy does have 2 doubles and a home run this year. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sheboygan on top 2-1.
A's have gotten a few players on base, but they're just not putting the ball in play where they need to.
Yeah.
Little pop-outs or ground-outs and a bunch of foul balls, but not a whole lot to show for besides the big 2 RBI double from Pettit.
Coffey's been pitching a good ball game for sure. Made that one mistake to Pettit, and Pettit really made him pay with that 2 RBI double. Schmidt's going to have to be letter perfect with only a 1-run lead.
Not a whole lot of room to work. And he's not getting the run support he needs either.
There's a ground ball. Kutzler makes the play unassisted, and that ends the fourth inning. After 4 complete, Sheboygan still on top, 2-1.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you
We
lemons.
know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
What are you, having tea with the Queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back at Wildwood Park, Schmidt's finishing up his warm-up to start the 5th inning. Sheboygan on top by only a run, 2-1.
Going to take more than 2 runs to win some of these other ball games coming up this weekend.
Yeah. I'll tell you what's a launching pad is the Field of Dreams, because the fence is only about 350.
Oh, okay.
Which is very reachable for players at this level. But they do have an outstanding infield. Artificial turf, line drive out to right. Crist misjudged it a little bit, but he's able to retreat and make the grab.
Took
Tyler
a few steps
Newman is
in
out.
and then had to back himself up.
Yeah. That could have been disaster. You talk about mistakes. There could have been a double
Triple
waiting to happen,
even.
or
Yeah.
triple. Danny Hahn is up next. Danny reached on an error, was erased on a 6-4-3 double play. That all happening in the first inning, and he flew out to center on a nice catch by Walker in the third.
Top of the lineup hasn't been all too dangerous for Kenosha, so that's a good sign for the A's.
Yeah,
even though they
the
have
top
5
3
hits
hitters
through
are
4s.
1 for 9.
Yeah.
Pardon me, 1 for 6. Pop up. Nice running over. Schnell gives way, and Jacob makes the catch in foul territory. CJ, how many pitches for Schmidt?
Doesn't have it. Someone
No
else is
iPad.
running it.
Slacking today.
Yeah, how dare he lose one of his jobs?
He's not multitasking enough.
He's only doing 3 jobs instead of 4.
What's the matter? Wouldn't Hudson let you use it today? Who is doing it? Annalise? Some gal. There's a line drive. Nah, actually more of a fly ball out to Ross and right. He makes the
What
easy
a quick
catch.
inning.
Yeah, very quick inning. 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. We'll be heading to the bottom of the inning with Sheboygan on top, 2-1.
Essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
just talking up here. Coffee warming up. Getting ready to start the bottom of the fifth. Joey Pettit, his big RBI double, 2 RBI double.
How dare I say it now, but we're looking at about an hour 15 minutes for 5 innings. It is a
How many times do we have to tell you this, Jordan? Come on.
Last time it didn't matter. I think it went even quicker.
Your grade counts. You got to remember stuff. It's a good thing those two guys didn't hear you.
They're busy.
Actually, I did look after I think we were in the bottom of the second. I didn't think it was going that
well,
quick.
I think it was like a 2-minute top half of the fifth, what we just had. I mean, it was
that way.
1, 2, 3, boom.
Ebb and flow of the game. Sometimes it's a little bit slow, and other times it just cruises. Tell you what makes a big difference is when you have good pitching. Coffee, even though he's given up a couple runs, has pitched a nice ball game.
Oof.
That ball right off the mask of Mr. Vanden Heuvel, but he seems to be doing well. Umpiring has been good today. No complaints. Pettit swinging at a pitch that broke outside. Count now stands at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Pettit with the only hit of the game for Sheboygan.
Yeah,
that was that 2 RBI shot.
He's hitting a cool 500, 1 for 2. Kutzler watches it drop into the bullpen area.
You know, if I'm hitting 500, it doesn't matter how many at-bats I'd have. I just tell people I'm hitting 500.
Yeah, exactly.
If they ask, then, yeah, you can say, well, I'm 1 for 2.
Get into the details.
But don't say anything else. Yeah, I'm hitting 750. Oh, what are you, 3 for 4? Sure. Doesn't matter. I'm still hitting 750.
Yeah. Gotcha. Pitches up high. That year I hit 300 for the A's. I don't tell people I was 7 for 20.
No.
22.
No, it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's 300.
It's 300. Small sample size, who cares?
Yeah. Ball up the middle.
Got it through.
Gets through the second baseman and in for a base hit. And Sheboygan has their leadoff hitter on to start the fifth. Last time they got their leadoff hitter on, we scored 2 runs. And that brings up Gus Walker.
Top of the lineup, not a bad part to try and move Pettit over a bit.
Exactly.
If there's ever a chance for your insurance runs, now would be the time.
Pettit last year had 6 stolen bases, so he is a threat. Was thrown out once.
Very weak little lob over to first base.
Coffee comes set and delivers. And good job by the third baseman, Knet, to let that ball roll foul. On the move was Joey Pettit. That was almost like a bunting hit.
It was. That's what the design was. And it would have been a good enough
You know what
bunt.
that makes me think, Jordan? Is somebody missed the sign.
Someone. You
You
never know.
usually don't do that. Also, the third baseman now is actually in front of the bag up on the grass.
He's expecting it.
And a ball is thrown away by Coffee. Pettit will move on to second base. The ball does go out of play. Make that an E1, and that will be a Butterburger being awarded to some fan. CJ's like, what do you mean? I got to go to work again? Well, Walker probably won't be bunting now. At least Knet, the third baseman, thinks so. He's back behind the bag.
So I was going to say that out of the question as he clocks this one sky high.
Looped into center field. Racing in and making the easy catch, as it turns out, is Tony Newman. Ross Crist is up next. Ross is overdue for a hit. You know, any kind of ground ball hit to the right side and Pettit goes to third. Short pop up to the outfield, nobody moves.
Nope.
Another left-handed batter up for Sheboygan. Coffey's been pretty solid against left-handed hitters.
It was actually a great stop by Scher behind the plate. Now he's going to go have a little talk with Coffey. I think they got the signs mixed up. They got the signs mixed up on that one because Scher was not expecting it to be low and inside.
If I was the catcher, you know what I'd be saying?
Throw
Don't
strikes.
Throw so low.
Don't throw low. Don't make them bounce.
Try to hit my mitt.
That's what it's there for.
There's a drive out to center field. I think that's going to get over Newman's head. It is. It goes all the way to the fence. That'll score the base runner Pettit easily. And Crist is in standing with a double. Oh, boy.
There's a bad read.
Goes up two.
Pettit didn't really know what was going to happen with it, and it dropped way back in center. He was still able to score easily. But the A's finally, the hit parade starting to begin as Harry Stout comes up with Crist on second.
Usually what that tells me is he's watching the outfielder, see if he can make the play, because when I initially looked, I thought he was going to catch up.
I did too. It's like that Ripper's Grand Slam we saw where we did
exactly
not
the one
expect.
we thought was going to be a flyout. And there's a line drive to left, a base hit. Crist is going to be, Moyer, too late. It was bobbled out in left field. By that time, he'd already given Crist the stop sign, so there's no chance to score on Harry's hit.
He was waving him all the way.
On the corners.
Waved him, held him up, and then tried to wave him again, but by the time that ball was bobbled, and I think we're going to have a pitching change, actually, for Kenosha. Coffey's day might be done through 4 1/3.
I don't think they had anybody warming up. We'll have to see if they're going to make the change. Coffey actually, up until this inning, had really pitched fine baseball. In this inning, he's given up 3 hits.
By far has been his worst. They're going to keep him in. It was just a nice little talking to. I was going to say, even if he did come out, he's responsible for those runners at first and third, and there's only 1 out in the inning.
Joey Pettit led the club in wins last year with 7. With 5, pardon me. Led him in 5. 5 wins. Brady up. Brady is the Northwoods Chemical cleanup hitter. Zach Grisson 0 for 2. Looking to drive in a run. Harry being held at first. Which is in for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Sheboygan has scored a run. They have runners on the corners. Brady bounces that ball foul. Count stands at 1-2. With the number of pitches that Eric Schmitz has thrown, he's should be good. Hopefully, maybe finish out the ball game.
I'd assume
2 more
so.
innings left. Harry running. Harry got a great jump. Coffey was not paying attention that time.
It's the last guy you expect.
Yeah. No stolen bases this year for Harry. I know he had 1 or 2 last year. He actually had 6 last year.
Yeah, he's got 26 career stolen bases, more than I would have thought.
He's sneaky fast.
He had 6 last year, none the year before, and then a pair in 2018 and 2019, a pair each. So never more than 6 stolen bases in a year. He did it in 2014, along with last year.
There's a slow roller out to second. Flip to second for 1. The throw is off the mark. Fielder's choice for Zach Risen, but he does get another run home for Sheboygan.
Potentially could have been a double play ball. There sure was a lot of speed there, but the bad throw didn't help. And just like that, it's 4-1. Would have been a heads-up play at first with a good throw.
That brings up Jacob Neese. Can tell when Jacob's coming up because he's got the worst walk-up song in the league.
In the whole league. Wow.
And we don't even know if the other teams play walk-up songs.
I assume most of them don't.
I would assume so also. Shear with the strong throw to first, but not in time. Jacob is 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the second and reached on a fielder's choice in the third.
Bill just lost his perfect game.
Oh, no.
He only had 1 out on the scoreboard, and the ump turned around and said 2 outs, 2 outs.
You know, we make a mistake. Nobody in the ballpark even knows it.
Yeah, exactly.
Bill makes a mistake, and God's 20,000 fans know.
Hudson said there was going to be 1 billion people here today, so 1 billion. I guess so, yeah. Everyone wants to see the Wisconsin State League tournament. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of it. I wasn't perfect either the other night. There was a time or two I missed a pitch.
Swing and a miss. Ball bounces in.
Oh, he got him.
Yeah. Out trying to steal is Zach Risen. Thank goodness he's okay. But after 5, Sheboygan scores 2 runs in the 5th. And after 5, it's now 4-1 A's.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
We were talking about Eric Schmitz's career stats, and Jordan mentioned he had 20 complete games, and my question was, how does that track from the beginning of his career to the present? And Jordan, you got some information on
He didn't have any complete games in 2013. He only pitched 5 games there. He had 1 complete game in 2014. Then it goes up. He had 3 in 15, 3 in 16. And then it goes back down. He had 2 and 2 the next 2 years. But then it starts to go up. 3 in 2019, 4 in 2020, and then just 2 last year. So it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, kind of. No trends really.
No trend
to that,
at all,
yeah.
no.
Okay.
Kind of as you would expect, starting, he didn't really do a whole lot, and then picked up a bit, and then from there it's kind of...
He's been a mainstay, that's for sure. Riley Hughes, the second baseman, is leading off the 6th inning for Kenosha. They trail it 4-1. Key hits in that 5th inning was Ross Crist stand-up RBI double, and Brady Zach Risen, fielder's choice, scored the second run in the inning. And Brady ended the inning being thrown out at second base. Hughes is down on strikes. No, I shouldn't say that. He swung and missed for strike 3. 5th strikeout for Eric Schmitz versus no walks.
There you go. Walk incoming later this inning.
Amazingly, Kenosha does lead the hit parade. They have 5. Sheboygan has 4.
And what, 3 of their 4 just came in that last inning?
Well, here's, we talked about Eric not having any walks. Coffey, in his innings of work, had 3 walks, and 2 of those scored.
Come back to haunt ya.
High
Whoa.
throw. Schnell doing a great job of backing up. Gets down there to not allow Newman to advance, so he reaches on an E6.
Second one of those we've seen today, but last time, remember, turned into a double play, so...
Yeah, never know.
Turn every negative into a positive.
Swing and a miss. Kutzler did not look good on that swing.
Oh.
He did have a single back in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 2. Pitch on the outside corner is called a strike.
Nice wide, consistent zone tonight behind the plate.
I like those umps that aren't afraid to call strikes, especially when we're pitching.
Wind actually blowing out to center now. More center than it is left field. That's shifted a bit.
Breaking ball pounded to Pettit at second. He gets the first out.
Kind of a bad hop prevented the double play.
Yeah, is not quite in time. But they do get the lead runner, and there are 2 outs. Not quite hit hard enough either.
No. Anything come up to the ball. You know, it's just kind of one of those things where Pettit let it come to him. Not a bad thing. You don't need the double play. You got the lead runner. It's really all that matters.
Mikey Shore is up for Kenosha. The catcher, he's 1 for 2. We got a trend going here, Jordan. I mentioned that Kenosha had 5 hits, all by different players.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep that trend going. You're only allowed 1 hit.
You're only allowed 1 hit a game.
And Shore has his. Breaking pitch is in there for a strike. Makes the count 1-1. There are 2 outs. Kutzler is on at first. He's not taking much of a lead all game, and he's doing the same right now. Schnell with a good stop on that low pitch. Waiting on deck is Golia. Other pitch hammered foul.
Right into the A's dugout.
CJ, what's the name of the A's bat boy? Strike 3, and that ends the inning after 5.5. Sheboygan on top. Still, or yet, or again, 4-1.
Mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers. Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Nathan Schnabel warming up for Kenosha. He'll be pitching the 6th inning.
The lefty comes into the game in relief for Coffee. We'll figure out the final line for him through his 5 innings of work. Might only be 1 inning of relief for Schnabel.
That's what we're hoping, right?
If the score holds, yes, indeed. Kenosha could get a run or 2, but either way, if it stays 4-3, come the bottom half of the 7th, A's won't need a bat. A's are the road team in the 2nd game, so at 5 o'clock, Addison will be the home team, and Sheboygan will be the visiting team. Kind of all figure it out based on a coin toss, they say, for these games. Just make sure, even though Sheboygan is playing at their home park, they aren't the home team throughout the entirety of the tournament. What you got?
Coffee went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs. All of those runs were earned. He walked 4. 2 of those 4 did score, and he struck out 2. So, not the greatest outing, but maybe deserved a little better fate than what he got. But Coffee in line to lose the ball game. And I think we mentioned that Nate Schnabel is on the mound now for the Kings. He'll face Neese, Palmquist, and Schnell. Neese was at bat when Jurgensen was thrown out at second on a steal attempt. So he'll lead off the 6th inning.
See how the A's fare against a lefty reliever.
There's a drive out into left center field. And the center fielder comes over, makes a nice running catch. Hey, Bill, what time do we start this game? Started right at 11. And we're about a minute or 2 away from 12:30, so that's a pretty good pace.
Not bad at all. That bottom half of the 5th took quite a bit, but other than that, there's like the 1st inning took a bit, and the bottom of the 5th, and that was about all.
Palmquist is 0 for 1. He walked and scored back in that 2-run 2nd inning.
Check swing, did he go? He did not, says first base umpire.
Pettit has had a real nice game. He's 2 for 2. Had that 2-run double in the 2nd. He singled and scored in the 5th. The other RBIs belong to Ross Crist with his RBI double, and Brady Jurgensen with his RBI fielder's choice. God bless you, Jordan.
Thank you. Hey, an RBI is an RBI.
Your family?
Yeah, and my family.
Pitches outside, 3-0.
Following the quick out, now it's Schnabel falling behind with balls. The first one was kind of close, but then he's missed 2nd and 3rd. Almost got a check swing on that first one, but it was denied.
That pitch is in there for a strike. The 2 o'clock game, which will not be, it'll be live streamed, but you will not have announcers, has Kenosha against Green Bay. This one right up the middle. And through for a base hit.
First 2 games of the day here at Wildwood Park have the bottom 3 teams in the league. Kenosha 2-4, Green Bay 1-4. And Sheboygan 1-5. Obviously, Green Bay, their only win comes at the behalf of Sheboygan. And then Sheboygan, we know their losses all came last weekend. So 1-5, not a great start, but a win here today could put them at 2-5. And I mean, hey, if they win through this weekend, you're right back around 500 at 4-5. Don't have to win them all, but you just got to crawl back up past 500 when you got a team like Lombard, who Sheboygan's playing tomorrow. They're 5-0.
I was looking at Addison before I came over to the ballpark, and they've had a pretty good season so far.
They're
Not
5
the greatest
and 4.
in the 5-4. Yeah, they got 9 games in already.
It's a
Holy
lot.
cow. A winning record, but it'll be a tough game for Sheboygan.
Addison's playing at those 5 and 8 o'clock games. And then
Be
tomorrow,
interesting to know who Tim has lined up for the other 2 games this weekend.
we'll find out.
Like we've mentioned a lot of times, you know, at this level, it's about who shows up. If you get your best team there, you always stand a great chance of winning. You know, if some of your starting ace pitchers aren't there, it makes it tough.
Double play ball here. They got one and got them both.
Nice relay throw. It's a 4-6-3 double play, and that ends the 6th for Sheboygan. And that'll take us to the 7th. Schmitty will be on the line with a chance to win this one. Right now, Sheboygan's up 4-1.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Oh,
168
lady right
bucks.
in front of us won the 50-50. What was it?
168.
168. Ho-ho. Why weren't you here to win that, fans? Eric Schmidt's coming out to pitch the last inning, the 7th, and these games are all 7-inning games.
Both teams with 5 hits. Kenosha's going to need a few more if they want to hang in it and get a win to start their weekend series.
We should point out to the people watching us out in live stream internet land that there is a 50-50 for the 5 o'clock game, so get over here.
You know, the Cubs, when I watch some of their games from time to time, the Cubs do a 50-50 online too. So like
Online?
everyone,
Cool.
yes. So like everyone can be a part of it if you're in the ballpark or not. And like that thing, one game I was watching, it was at like 50 grand. So I mean, what, you pay $20 online and then you could win 50 grand? I mean, it's the
Sounds like
risk
a
you
deal.
pay. Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Mazgulia. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Made some nice plays out in center field. Trying to get his team started.
Ooh, got him.
Called strike 3 and a breaking pitch by Schmitz that broke to the outside corner. And Vanden Heuvel called it a strike. 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Absolutely froze him at the plate, and that'll bring up Ortiz, the DH. One quick out for Schmitz. He just needs 2 more to get out with another complete game to his resume, as there's a beautiful heater.
You know, another advantage here for Sheboygan is Schmitty's looking at the bottom 3 of the order. Although
That inside pitch
Masgolia
again.
had a hit, and Newman, the on-deck batter, had a hit. But all said and done, you'd rather face the bottom three than top part of the order. That ball is way out, and making a nice running catch was Gus Walker. I thought that was going to drop in for a double, and Walker just closed the gap and made the nice running catch.
A lot of speed out in center to stop Ortiz from getting multiple bases. That's one of those plays you look back on at the end of the day and you say, that kind of saved us, as now it's the 9-hitter. Newman.
Yeah, which one?
Oh, I don't know. I only have last names written
First
down.
name starts with a T.
Yeah, they both do.
Tyler Newman.
Tyler.
Oh, man. We're having fun up here, fans. You ought to get to the ballpark and have some fun, too. West Dallas beating Green Bay 6-3 over at the Field of Dreams.
Top of the 6 as this game has concluded.
That's it. Palmquist makes a nice play from short, and that ends Game 1 for Sheboygan and the State League Challenge. They win it by a score of 4-1. Eric Schmitz is the winning pitcher, going the distance. Losing pitcher was Thomas Coffey. Schmitz went 7 innings, gave up 5 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. Didn't walk anyone, and struck out 7. For my partner, Jordan Lawrence, we're going to sign off, and we'll be back for the 5 o'clock game when Sheboygan will be the visitors, actually. They'll be playing Addison at that time. So stay tuned. We'll be back.